Before we get into today's video, I just want to give you guys a quick update. We went and checked out the potential place that we were going to move into, and unfortunately it is not suitable for our needs, so we're back to square one. But anyways, that's a quick little update on the situation. Let's jump right into this video. What's up guys, it's Squishy Joshy and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be speeding through the Max conference and try to pick out the most interesting parts, or at least the parts that interest me as a graphic designer the most. But anyways, you guys know what this is. We're going to start reacting to these videos, and so yeah, just sit back and enjoy the ride. Now just a heads up guys, the actual full video is about 2 hours long, and last year I managed to condense that 2-hour keynote into about 20 minutes. So I am assuming this is going to be no different. Now if you're familiar with the format, once I start to get uninterested, I'll start skipping forward. And that way we'll save your time and my time in finding out the best and the latest stuff for Adobe. This is copyrighted Adobe broadcast. Okay, here we go. Little start animation. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Might have to take the music out for copyright.
Like a PANTONE book, you color my life and fill it with emotion. Such variety, don't know where it ends, but maybe that's a good thing. Experience all of the colors.
I mean, again, it just feels very Adobe. Here he is. This dude again. Let's see if he talks about experience this time.
Hello,
that was like the buzzword of the last couple of years.
Fantastic to see so many of you here in the Peacock Theatre.
Okay, yep.
We absolutely love coming together as a creative community to share, to be energized, and to be inspired by each other's work. Our hearts go out to those who have lost loved ones in recent natural disasters, acts of terrors, and the devastation of war. I hope our collective power will use our shared humanity, creativity, and voice to help heal. As I think about the last few years, it's amazing to reflect.
Creativity fuels the digital economy. This guy really loves, no offense to anyone at Adobe. I've met some people at Adobe before, they're great. But like certain people really love these buzzwords, you know? Digital economy, experience.
Our lives are becoming almost increasingly digital, and we're turning to creative differentiation to help us stand out as well as make choices.
So he just made a mention about how our lives are almost completely digital. I don't know how I feel about that, because I've been to some Adobe events as well, and they have shown some very interesting, mind-blowing things, particularly when it comes to things like AI and data collection. And when people say and do things like that, it just makes you wonder, like, what of the outside world at that point? Like, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's we don't want to turn the entire world into introverts. It's cool that we're combining the physical and the digital together, but regardless of how much technology takes over our lives, we should ideally touch grass.
And people are creating more than ever before, flooding every surface, every channel, and every medium with their creativity. Artificial intelligence is accelerating this shift.
Yep. I should do a counter on how many times people mention artificial intelligence in this keynote. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot. Okay. I'm sorry, but I have to skip this.
Share visually stunning PDF documents seamlessly within your creative process.
Okay, we kind of heard about that last time.
Because we know that generative technology is not an end, but it's an ingredient in your creative process. It's an on-ramp to fuel your creativity and deliver the power and precision that you...
Now, hold up just a sec. I made mention about this in a previous video where I saw an article where it said generative stuff is essentially just going to be credits. You're essentially paying more. You want to continue to use the generative fill as part of your workflow. And as someone who would like to really just use the feature freely as it was introduced to us, it just feels like it is now limiting us by adding a credit system to it. And effectively, once you pass that threshold, it's no longer part of your workflow unless you pay a little bit extra to Adobe to get more credits. I just don't know how I feel about that personally. I feel like they're trying to say, we want you to be creative, we want you to use all these new tools, but if you reach the end of the road, you basically have to pay us a little bit more to keep using that feature. I don't know. Anyways, let's continue.
And we will continuously bring Firefly-powered features into more Creative Cloud, Document Cloud, and Experience Cloud apps and workflows. And all of these with content credentials now included by default ensure that transparency is provided around any generative use.
Okay. Keep going. We've got 2 hours to get through here. Really cool seeing what people come up with using the generative fill. I feel like most of this year was basically just about that.
Photoshop.
So we're going to skip through that.
So excited to be here with all of you.
Speed. Okay, let's get up to speed. Skip. Firefly.
We're on to something with Firefly. It's by far the fastest we've seen any technology we've released adopted by all of you. In fact, we announced just last month that Firefly had crossed billion images generated. And as you heard Shantanu mention earlier, we're excited to share that today, a month later, it's already crossed 3 billion images and counting.
That's crazy. And for someone that uses Adobe a lot, to see that figure, ridiculous. I'm pretty sure I haven't even used Firefly. That's a separate application, right? I'm not 100% sure. Haven't really touched any of the online applications. I'm so used to just using the Creative Cloud software.
You can clap.
Yeah, you can clap. Oh my goodness. The fact that he had to tell people that they could clap after the figure. They were just like, huh? Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. What?
In many ways, what...
No, I'm skipping through this. Okay, we sort of get the picture that generative fill is what they're all obsessed about right now. What do you have to say?
I am thrilled to be here with you all at Max. It is a new era of creativity. Breakthrough advancements in technology are reshaping the creative process.
Yep.
This is what drives our product strategy and what you will see today.
Okay.
We are reimagining creative workflows with Firefly at the core of Creative Cloud.
This is just self-explanatory stuff, not really worth your time.
Welcome, Anna.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you, everyone. I am so excited to share with you some of the new features we've been working on in Photoshop.
Okay,
One of them
Photoshop
being
features, let's go.
Generative fill, now out of beta. If you're like me, though, you've probably already been playing around with this all summer. I've been using Photoshop for 20 years,
definitely.
and I can honestly say that this is the most powerful tool to come to the application. I have a couple of examples I want to share today, and I'll kick us off with some of the fundamental uses of generative fill, a little adding and removing. I have this photo that I took during our travels, and I want to add a sand path here to direct your eye to the subject. So I'm just making a very rough selection with my nervous hands. Now, generative fill is taking a look at my prompt and the pixels around my selection, the way I overlapped onto that sand beach to grab some of that texture. And there we go. Look at that. Thank you so much.
Okay, look, real talk. It's great. It's an amazing feature, but it's also very deceptive. If people start asking, oh, where is that? Oh, that looks so cool. And then you tell them where it is, and then they go there and they don't see that sand path, you're going to have to answer to your friends. Okay, so we sort of already know about that feature. You can even, like as she's doing there, you can remove the houses from the image. These are things that we sort of already know. We've tried them out already.
Oh, that was awesome.
All right, we're back. The battery died, but now we're back. No, but you're not creating some of them though. So if you're telling the world that you're creating the artificial intelligence images, like fully creating them, then that's just to a degree you are giving creative direction to the AI to create it for you. You may have done a draft, you may have done a sample version where you've colored it in or whatever, but if you're trying to create multiple different variations of it, it's not all you. Sorry to say it.
Everything Anna showed is available today. David talked about our Firefly models, dozens of users are excited to continue editing.
Okay, so we got Illustrator
updates. I'm so stoked to be
updates.
sharing some of the latest features that are coming to Illustrator. So I'm working on a brand design, and I'm creating this for a boba shop in collaboration with Lisa McCormick. I wanted to figure out exactly what font was used to create this word virtual. I really just want Illustrator to tell me what font this is, and if I don't have it, recommend something similar. Well, that's exactly what the brand new retype feature does. So this just analyzed my photo and really quickly found the exact font, and also recommends some similar suggestions.
You're crazy. That is insane.
And here's that California text. Let me just zoom in on that. But here's the problem. It's completely outlined, and I worked on this project over a year ago, so I don't remember exactly what font was used, but the great thing is, with the retype feature, not only can I just quickly identify this text, but I can actually convert this back into editable text.
No
Yes.
way. That
This
is
is super, super cool.
insane.
This was not editable 2 seconds ago, and now it is typed again. So,
Oh my goodness, that is so good. Retype.
all right, so I have my type system.
Okay.
It's all built out.
Gotta
It has
remember
some
that.
lettering here,
Retype.
we have our matcha tea, our brown sugar, a lot of these different flavor of the weeks, and I still have one that I need to color here at the bottom. I'm going to use the brand new generative recolor. This is really powerful because I can describe a feeling, a mood, a theme that I really want to invoke for my color palette. In this case, we have our boba flavors. So I'm gonna put in passion fruit mango. There we go. I'll let that generate, and we'll take a look at a few of the different variations that we get back here. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at a few of these. All right, this one's all right. I think this one's a little better. But again, it gets me part of the way there. It's not perfect, but it really is great because I can go into advanced options. I can edit this even further, and then when I love it, I'll save it as a new color group, and I can use it throughout the rest of the
That's really cool.
I want to talk
That's
about how
nice.
to bring generative AI into Illustrator. I mean, don't you want to just be able to type something in like you can with text to image? Well, I'm excited to announce a brand new feature in beta today called text to vector. So let's take a look.
Text to vector. All right, here we go.
With text to vector, I can create subjects, scenes, icons, and patterns. I'll type in airplane and let that generate. Wow, okay. Just like that, I just got a few different versions of an airplane back. Let's take a look at a few of these variations. Okay, which one? I like this one. I like this one. The thing is, this is Illustrator, right? So this is completely vector.
Wow.
Yes, I can go in, I can tweak this even further. Let's move on to something a bit more complex. Wow, unbelievable. So I have a few, again, variations, yes, of this tiger. These are all so good. It's so hard to pick. Okay.
That's really cool. Text to vector, everybody. Text to vector.
And just by changing a few words, I really am looking for something a little cuter, a little bit more approachable. I added that kawaii word in there.
Oh my goodness, look at that. And it's all vector. I feel like we got the idea of this. Oh, what's this?
It's my favorite. And of course, since this is Illustrator, you know it's going to be vector. We're going to get a repeatable pattern, something I can use, again, really quickly. Amazing.
Oh, yes.
I can go in, I can edit this even further. Let's look at this. Of course, it is fully vector. I can add, remove objects. Let's just delete a few of these here. And since this is repeatable, it just repeated that across my entire swatch. I am fully in control. This is unbelievable. This is the brand new text to vector.
That's worth a clap, mate. That is worth a clap.
These are some of the creators.
And thanks, Ashley. I'm thrilled to be here with y'all to share some of the latest features in Premiere Pro that are saving me a ton of time. These new AI-powered tools in Premiere Pro are legitimately wow.
Wow.
Several rough cuts today here live on stage with these amazing mural artists, and this is something I would never agree to. Why? Because that would entail me having to listen to all these interviews in real time, pull my favorite parts down on a timeline, rearrange the clips, edit, and that would just simply be too time-consuming.
Wait. People do that? For context, guys, that screen never used to be on Premiere until very recently, where you can see like all the videos that are in your folders, right? I think the whole idea behind it was so that you could identify which videos you wanted to add to your next project. So you can just click on the ones you want to do and then name your project and whatever, and then it will just import everything into the actual library of your project. But I personally have never really used that. When I create a project, like I will for this video, I just name it, I name the sequence, and then just hit start straight away, and then I just click and drag the files that I want to add into the bins. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Okay, so they're talking now about text-based editing, which is something I've been doing for a while as well, and I really appreciate that feature. It's still not as fast as I would like it to be. There's some instances where if I just stick to the timeline and start cutting things up on the timeline, I'm still faster than typing and deleting things from the transcript.
I can also search for what I'm looking for. So what do I need on this timeline? I need to know who this is, what she's about. This is Allison Human. She's an amazing artist in the Bay Area. So notice right away, every time the word Allison is said.
Yeah, so it's a great feature in theory, but but even with a very highly spec'd computer, it is still not fast enough for my liking.
What I really wish I could do is just like search for all those uhs and ums. Well, as of today's beta, check it out. We have a new filler word filter, y'all. Let the robots do the work. I'm tired of doing it. Look at that.
Interesting. Okay, that's slightly different. That's helpful. I wouldn't mind seeing how well that works and then seeing if there's a way to just hit delete on all of them.
It really blew my mind because.
Okay, and now check it. Delete all. Bye, y'all.
Oh, okay, so you can.
So I remember the first time when I painted a mural, it really blew my mind because.
That is good.
It really
We
blew my
like
mind.
that.
It is.
Well done.
It's called filler word removal, but they should call it like tedious time removal. Okay, that's incredible.
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna shift gears a
absolutely.
little bit.
I'm going to have to say something on that though. It's not always accurate. I don't know if it's the way that I speak personally, but there are times where I will say something even though I'm speaking very clearly into this SM7B. Sometimes it will just not process some of the words, which is something that I've noticed.
It's a gift. It's a gift. And when she started to talk about,
Oh my gosh, there's so much going on in that clip. There's like wind, her voice is muffled. I think there was a band soundtracking in the backyard, but like I had to film that interview at that moment, okay? So this is about the time I would start to panic, throw a bunch of effects on there, start moving some dials around, and the reality is I probably have to ditch this interview because I'm not an audio engineer. I wouldn't be able to fix this. Check it. Also available in today's beta. I'm just gonna multi-clip, go into the Essential Sound panel. We have the new AI-powered enhanced speech. Let's click on that button. This is happening. It's already done. I can't even explain to you what it does on this. I don't even understand it, so that's good for me. Happen quick. So again, I'm gonna turn it off, and then we'll do it before and after real quick, okay?
and this mosaic that's right behind us, where you see it, them working, it's a gift. It's a gift. And when she started to talk about everything that.
Wow.
It is a gift, Sister Dolores. It's a gift
Wow.
of my time. It's a gift of saving our clips. This is so incredible.
Wow.
It sounds too good, though. It sounds like she recorded this with Ira
Might
Glass
have to
in
look
NPR
into
studio.
that.
Okay, at any rate.
Enhanced
so check it. This is
speech.
really nice. I've got this nice little slider. I can just bring back some of those natural sounds. I don't even have to rerun it again.
And this mosaic that's right behind us, where you see it, them working, it's a gift. It's a gift.
Yes. It's awesome. It is a gift to all of us. Enhanced speech, y'all.
Very nice.
I didn't even have to rerun it. Okay, enhanced speech, filler word removal, text-based editing, talk about wow. These are just some of the features in Premiere Pro that I'm so excited about. I can't wait for y'all to try. Come see me at the booth. I'll be there all week. Tell me about it. Thank you so much.
So far, so good, right? I mean, pretty blown away. So I'm excited to be here to share the latest about Adobe Express, a product that brings together...
Express. Boo. Nah, just kidding. Doesn't really apply to us here.
App for quickly and easily creating social content,
Hey,
banners,
it's Paul.
flyers, video, really all the things. And you can start with any of these professionally designed templates.
Okay, yeah, we're not into the Adobe Express that much. Okay, well, that is basically it then. That is the main keynote for Adobe Max 2023, everybody. I hope you guys got something out of that. I got a couple of things out of it, but there were things that I was already testing out. And so I feel like that's the thing with all of these kind of events. It's for the general audience. And I'm someone that kind of like innovates and gets into things a bit early. I like to do the beta testing of things. So there's a lot of features that I was already aware of, and seeing this, yeah, it's cool, it's flashy, whatever, but I did not get too much out of that compared to last year's one. I think I got more out of last year's one than I got out of this one, because this year it just all seems to be about AI and generative fill. I guess that's the buzzword for this year. Look, we've been talking about artificial intelligence for years, but it just really seems to have blown up this year. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, the YouTube stuff, and stay tuned because I'm also going to be reacting to the Adobe Sneaks keynote. So hopefully that one's going to wow me a bit more. But until then, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Graphic design is my passion.